Good morning, my beautiful, amazing, wonderful friends. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It's been several days since I've seen you because, listen, this month of May has been crazy. So we've had our local high school graduation, so the restaurant was swamped with people eating before the graduation. We've had to go to graduation parties, and then we went to my cousin's daughter's wedding yesterday. It was beautiful to have beautiful weather. Thank goodness they got married outside. It was kind of like a greenhouse on the top. It was glass and the sides were open. And then the reception was in a barn. But the reception was late. We stayed for the wedding and for a while. And then we headed home before the reception because it was almost a 2-hour drive. So, but it was fun. I love seeing my cousins and hanging out with the family. It was a beautiful day. And the bride, she was absolutely gorgeous. They had a beautiful wedding. So, that leads us to today. As you know, Monday I always call it reset day. So I have my groceries delivered. I already got my meat bought. Brock's mowing the yard, so you may hear the mower running because listen, very few days we've had without rain, and it's going to rain again tomorrow. So we're trying to get all the chores done today. I'm doing a load of laundry. Then this morning I was cleaning my laundry room, discovered my water softener's leaking. So clean that up. It's a slow leak, like there's not a bunch of water. So we got a repair guy coming out tomorrow or Wednesday to get that taken care of. So it's been a crazy morning. So like I said, I got my menu planned for the week. So I've got some great recipes coming your way. Soft, 75 soft. First week is done. I didn't exercise yesterday, but I did do a lot of walking. We had to park quite a ways, and anyway, that was my one day that I didn't have to work out. But I was proud. I did the 6 days like I was supposed to. Sunday's your day off, so it's been fantastic. I exercised every day. I changed it up and did every day. I did something different, and I really enjoyed it. And Friday was rough because Fridays are a super busy day, and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to exercise before I go to work. But I did it. I felt great. I had 10,000 steps on Friday. Like I said, it was super swamped at the restaurant. So today I haven't exercised yet because I found that leak and all this going on. But it's only 10:45 a.m. So I've got plenty of time. It's gorgeous outside. So today I'm going to take my exercise outside. So what I got my big beautiful bowl here for? Well, I've got lots of things going on in the kitchen that I'm excited about. So I've got some chicken legs. I got really cheap at the store. They're in my slow cooker. I'm going to cook those till they're tender so I can take them off the bone because I'm planning a chicken casserole this week. So I'm doing that, prepping that up. So the other day, Brock and I were talking about bread, and his diet's a little bit different than mine, but he likes homemade bread. And he said, but I want good flour. I don't want enriched flour. And I said, well, I'm going to have to order it online because our little grocery store doesn't have anything like that. So the other day I had to run to our Amish store. We ran out of foil sheets for the restaurant, and they have them down there. So I ran down there to grab, and I thought, while I'm here, I'm going to look for flour. So I picked up 2 different companies. Hang on. Sorry, it was the mail lady. So, dogs were barking. I don't know why, they see her all the time. Anyway, Brock and I were talking about the flour, and so when I went to the Amish store, like I said, I found 2 different flours. I picked up one, and this is Spelt flour, S-P-E-L-T flour. So I looked it up, and because the ingredients just says ground spelt, so I was like, what's spelt? So I looked it up, and it's just wheat. It's just ground wheat. There's nothing that's been added to it. No weird things that's been enriched. So I'm going to make bread with it today. I'm going to make my quick and easy French bread because it doesn't take very long. Because I want to experiment it and see how it works out. So let's get to that, and let's make some bread. So inside of my bowl here, I'm going to put in 1.5 cups of warm water. I never check it with a thermometer or anything, just warm water. It's going to turn out just fine. So we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1/2, because I kind of 1/2 teaspoons of salt, and then we're going to add a tablespoon of dry active yeast. I've got the windows open, but I shut the curtains so maybe you can hear me a little better. Between the mower and the washer. Listen, y'all, this is real life. I got chores to do. Okay, so we got our yeast. Now we're going to do a tablespoon of honey. I'm not going to measure because it makes the spoon all sticky and nasty. So I'm just going to pour in what I think is a tablespoon. There we go. You can leave it out if you want to. A tablespoon in a loaf of bread is really not that much. I'm going to give it a stir. Get all that stirred up together, and then we're going to let it set for 10 minutes so it gets nice and foamy. I usually just set a timer so I don't forget. See you in 10 minutes. So our 10 minutes is up. Our yeast is foamy and happy to be here. So we've got 3.5 cups of the spelt flour. Now, if you don't want to use spelt flour and you want to make regular bread, just use 3.5 cups of all-purpose bread. That's what I used to use. So we're just going to add it in. I like to add it all in at once because I don't like to work the dough too much to make it tough. So we're just going to add this in. Start working it in. Should have my apron on. I just already got flour all over me. It's all right. All right. Took my wedding ring off, so get in here and get my hands working. This is a super simple, easy bread. This is one of the recipes that I loved when I wanted to make bread, but I didn't want to spend 3 or 4 hours doing it. This was the one. So it's a little sticky. Well, I messed up here. I put the tab back on this. All right, let me move my stuff here. Come on, Krista, get your life together. There we go. All right, let me move this. All right, get all this out of the way. I'm drinking some electrolytes this morning. Look at me go. Okay. All right. All we're going to do is put a little bit of our flour down here. We're going to get our dough. Oh, it's so pretty color. Just work it in until it's not quite so sticky. Don't need a lot. Listen, I'm no expert bread maker, and this turns out every time is so good. Now all you got to do, this is it. Shape it into a French loaf. Go. Meatloaf. French loaf there. Work it on this side here. Get that flour out. That is it, friends. That's it. Then you can take your pan, put it on there. Now if you wanted to, you could make 2 smaller loaves. I always just make 1 big one. There we go. There we go. I'm going to get a knife, and I'm just going to cut some grooves there. There we go. Now we're going to cut it. Cover it with a damp towel. This is my bread towel. I always use the same towel. I just get it damp. I'm going to cover it. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I'm just going to set it over here. And we're going to let it rise. We're going to let it rise. I don't know why I always do that. Rise. Okay, anyway. 20 minutes. We're going to let it rise. And we'll be back. So I wanted to share this with you. It says that Spelt, S-P-E-L-T. I know sometimes with my accent, it's hard to understand what I'm saying. Spelt is an ancient grain and a type of wheat that's high in protein and fiber. It's close relative of barley and rye and contains gluten, of course. And spelt has a nutty flavor and is known for its nutritional value. It's rich in minerals like iron, magnesium, and zinc, and vitamins like B17 and niacin. So there you have it. So this bag, like I said, I got it at my local Amish store down the road, and it was $8.99 for 5 pounds. So this is going to last quite a while. So anyway, there's that. I imagine you can get it on the internet, anywhere. Maybe if you have larger grocery stores than what I have here, you might be able to find that. So I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out and how it tastes. 20 minutes is up. Oh, look at that bread. So we're getting ready to put it in the oven. We're going to put it in there for 20 minutes, 400 degrees, and I'll see you in a minute. So the bread is in the oven, so let's work on tonight's dinner. So we're going to have chicken kebabs. So we were talking about Mediterranean food the other day, and I was like, oh, Maddie used to, when she was getting her master's degree, lived close to a really good Mediterranean restaurant. She would bring us home Mediterranean food. We were talking about the other day and how much we missed it. So I'm just going to do some chicken kebabs. It's nowhere close to it, but it's something different. So I have like 5 pounds of chicken here that I've just cut in chunks, chunky like me, so it'd be easy to put on the skewers. Well, I'm going to do like a cheat hack because these will be on the grill forever. So I'm going to pre-cook them a little bit, okay? So we'll have less time on the grill. You don't have to do this. This is just what I'm going to do. So I'm heating up. I'm going to do this in batches, of course. I've got a big skillet here, heating up a little bit of avocado oil. And I'm going to get those started. I'm going to put them till they're about half cooked, okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start that, and I'll be back. So I've got half of the chicken in the skillet. I'm just going to season it with some salt and some paprika right now. That's it. We're going to do something else to it in a little bit. All right, we're going to let that cook. I have some bamboo skewers here that had some metal ones, but I can't find them. I got these in my Walmart order. There's 100 of them. I don't know how many. I just randomly put some in there. But they say you need to soak these bamboo ones so they don't catch fire. We don't want our kebabs catching fire. So I just got my old school Tupperware container here. Put a little water in there and let those skewers soak so we don't create a fire hazard. So my chicken legs are out of the slow cooker. They're literally falling off the bone. I'm going to let those cool so I can pick them off the bone. And I'm going to use that meat for a casserole this week. And I want to show you this chicken. The first batch is done. So what you want to do is, you can see it's white on the outside, but it's still a little pink on the inside. So that's what we're looking for. We're just kind of pre-cooking it before we put it out on the grill later. Okay, so that batch is done. Got this batch in, and we'll be back. Listen, y'all, 20 minutes is up. The mower went by, so I had to regroup here. I want you to look at this. Look at that gorgeous loaf of bread. Look at that. Okay, so I've already tried a little nibble. I'm gonna try. Gorgeous. It tastes, like it said, nutty. It's grainy. It's not real dense. It is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Brock is going to be so thrilled when he comes in. I want to try a piece without butter so I can get a taste of. Gee, look at that. Look at that. It tastes clean. Do you understand what I mean when I say clean? It doesn't taste bogged down with a bunch of stuff. It is delicious. It tastes nutty, tastes fresh, clean. Brock, look, just come out of the oven.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna cut him a piece and we'll come back and we'll finish the chicken. Listen, Brock absolutely loved the bread. This recipe is quick and easy. It's one of my favorites. I've told my kids you should know how to make a loaf of bread. And this is a recipe that I've given to them and I want them to learn how to do because it's so easy. So if you're interested in making a loaf of bread, it doesn't have all that added whatever they add to the flour. Get you some Spelt, because listen, I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Now I know everybody who comes to visit me in my kitchen, not everyone is carnivore, not everybody is low carb. So, you know, here's something for everybody. I'm here for everybody. Okay, so our chicken is half cooked and in this bowl. Now I'm gonna add, this is 1 cup of Italian dressing. This is just gonna be a marinade. Now, if you don't want to use like a store-bought Italian dressing, that's fine. Grab you some avocado oil or some olive oil and some Italian season, mix it up, and you're fine. I just had this on hand, so that's what I'm gonna do. This is one of Mason's favorite ways to have chicken, is with the Italian dressing, and I haven't made it for a while. So, I'm just gonna put that in there. I'm just gonna give it a stir. I'm gonna let it cool here on the counter, and then I'm going to put the lid on it and put it in the fridge until I get ready to make the kebabs. All right, it's been a fun day in the kitchen. It's gonna be a long video. I haven't been with you for so long. Friends, let's make up a quick version of a tzatziki sauce, my version of a tzatziki sauce. Super simple. I have 1.5 mini cucumbers in here in my little food chopper. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. You can adjust it to your liking. A little squeeze of fresh lemon juice and some fresh dill, D-I-L-L. All right, I'm going to put this on my little food chopper and give it a whirl here. So I'm just going to give it a few pulses. Okay, I was talking away and hadn't even turned on the camera. Okay, so here we go. We've got that. Now I fare better with cucumbers if they're a little smaller like this. So if you like them chunky, like me, then just chop them up. You don't have to put them in the food processor. Just gonna kind of squeeze in that water out of there as I go. Smells so good. All right, there is that. Now I know traditional tzatziki sauce is made with yogurt. Listen, y'all, I have tried to love yogurt. Plain yogurt, Greek yogurt. I do not. I'm sorry. Can't do it. I can't do it. Something about me taste buds. Okay, so I'm using sour cream. If you enjoy yogurt, God bless you, use yogurt. All right. Oh, the dryer's done. Just giving that a stir. Looking really good. You can make it as thick as thin as you want it. I'm going to get a different spoon. Well, I'll just use this spoon. We'll give it a taste. Just needs a little bit more salt. And other than that, I think it's perfect. So I'll just take this spoon here. I use scoop out the sour cream. It's gonna be really yummy on that grilled chicken. There you have it. It's going in the fridge. Quick and easy. Listen, y'all, I've been doing dishes all day. I think I'm almost done. All right, see you in a bit. Now we're chopping the peppers for the kebabs. So I just cut the tops off, take the seeds out. Put it down. Now you want them chunky, so we're gonna cut them in half again. And then just cut your big chunks. Because you don't want them to cook away so fast while we're waiting on the chicken to cook. Okay, go. That's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna cut pepper chunks, and then I'm gonna cut some onion chunks, and then I'm just gonna put them in a baggie until it's time to make the skewers. So here they are. I've been calling them shish kabrocks instead of shish kebabs. As he helped me with all of these. He helped me skewer all these. Look at these babies here. Look at that. So I've got the grill fired up. It's about 2:30. We haven't eaten today other than sampling the bread. So we're going to go ahead and cook these. So I will come back and show you the finished product. I'm excited. So here are the chicken kabrocks. Instead of chicken kebabs. So we did some just vegetable ones also. So here we go. Let's give it a try. Pro tip, don't pick those sticks up with your fingers while they're on the grill because it burns. All right, so we got that. We've got the tzatziki sauce that I made. Put a little bit of that on the side. There we go. Let's give it a taste. We are ready to eat. We are hungry. Let me get a little piece of chicken here. Let me get it. I don't want to take too big of a bite. Let me get it cut into this. Get a little bit of that sauce on there. A little bit of pepper. So good. Time consuming. Well, if you have a helper. Sorry, I didn't want to talk with my mouth full. A little time consuming, but if you have a helper, it doesn't take very long. Pre-cooking that chicken helps tremendously on the grill to get them done faster. There you have it. I hope you try it. Hope you like it. It's been a long day. Thanks for hanging out. We haven't seen each other for a while, so this is a super long video, but I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for hanging out with me as always, and I'll talk to you later.